Hi everyone and welcome back to another brand new video. In this video I will tell the best 24/7 Minecraft server hosting at the cheapest price. And one hosting in the list is giving it just 85 cents per M, and I have 50% discount codes for you. So don't miss it. The video took too much time to make. I had to check host and find the best one for you. So please consider like and subscribe. Like aim for this video is 20 likes, please complete it. So without wasting any time, let's begin the video. The host we have in number 5 is Felix Nodes. You can get servers from here for free too. For getting paid plans you minimum have to get 6 GB RAM. You can see features of the hosting here. We will move from expensive to cheap in line, so watch till end to see the cheapest one. Hosting gives an excellent CPU to run your server, that's why it's little expensive from others in the list. Let's move on to the 4th host. The host name is Plox Host. You can see their features they are providing. Here is their control panel. Their 1 GB plan is for only $1.50 per month. And they are giving unlimited slot, disk and bandwidth. You can pay in 4 types, monthly or after 3 months or after 6 months or yearly. And they have also 33% discount, so you can get 50 cents discount only. It's only $1 monthly now. Let's move on number 3 now, on which I was telling in starting of the video. The host name is Elixir Nodes. If you need in Singapore server at lowest price, then wait till the number 5 hosting. They are also giving unlimited bandwidth slots and storage, which is pretty good. But the only problem is you have to buy at least for 6 or 12 months at once. Also, I have a 50% discount code which I will put in the description. Let's move on to number 2 hosting. The name of the host is Pebble Host. You can see their features and perks they are giving. For 1 gigabyte price is $1, which is good. If you buys below 4 gigabytes RAM, you have to pay every 3 months. Let's move on to the number 1 and the host that I uses myself, and I like their support and service so much. Here you can multiple locations. As I uses it and liked much, I recommend you it too. You have to pay for per 2 slot you buy. Default CPU or premium one as you like. You can buy up to 5 years plan and also get 7 days, so you can try it. This host supports too many ways to get payment. What hosting you should use. First of all, if you want a good spec server means hosted on a good CPU, then I recommend you using Felix nodes. And if you need a server urgent or don't have time, then use Elixir host. I will tell the reason soon. And if you time and you can get server anytime, so planning for future, then must use SAP hosting. Because they are cheap and does too many giveaways and gives discount up to 50%. Here is some of the giveaway they did in the last few months. And they also give so much discounts every occasion up to 50%. That's why I like SAP hosting so much. And I recommend you it too. So this was the video.